Hello, this is Solomon Davis from Right Side Trading, where you can learn to trade on the right side with confidence. Today is October 30th, 2021, and this is a quick trade review where I will be reviewing my day trades that I did this week. This is all for educational purposes only. This is not, again, I would say a trade recommendation because everything will be different next week. Again, please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you, because you can lose money at trading. The thing is to get educated, and I hope this helps. This is something that I do every week. So let's take a look right quick. Monday, the indicators, what you're looking at. Opening line, this is what I call my H1 line. This is a pivot line. This is actually a resistance 1 line. I used the SPE pivots, as you can see above. This is the previous day high line. That's what this line here represents. This right here is what I call an H2 line, and this here is a resistance 2 line. And this is all in, and down here you have a stochastic, slow stochastic that's been modified, and you have here a 2-minute stochastic, you have a 5-minute stochastic, and you have a 15-minute stochastic. That's a custom indicator that I pulled off of one of the websites that are out there. If you do some searching for this right here, this TMO indicator, you'll be able to find that yourself and use it. It is free. Join those guys out there, though. They have some great tools. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at these trades. I hope that background noise is not going to be too bad. That I'm hearing the lawn guys are here on a Saturday. But let's take a quick look at this. Right now, what I'm doing, how I use this is really my confirmation chart, and I usually can just glance over and look at it when I'm trading to give me the indication if I want to trade or not. And if you come down here, and I'm looking at this first 5-minute candle, and then when I come down on this first 5-minute candle, I look at my stochastics, see what it's telling me to do. It tells me it pulled back and trying to go up, but it's near the top. Usually that's not a great trade to the upside. If it is, it's going to be a short-term trade. Again, on my 2-minute, though, it's giving me an upward trade, too, on that first 5-minute candle right there at the beginning. On this one here also, it's giving me an up trade on the 5-minute, and this one here is giving me an up trade and all. So I'm okay with taking that trade to the upside, a short trade to the upside. But then it turns around. The stochastic actually turns around and gives you a nice trade back to the downside. And then here it also gives you the next, what I call my next best play. It's just that I'm looking at the Russell 9 instead of the NASDAQ. It still had these next best plays when my stochastic is all the way down at the bottom. This right here gave me a play to the upside, but the other two didn't give me a play to the upside. They had already gave a play to the upside before, and they're not giving anything to the red side, to the downside. So this was the best trade of the day that I had that ended up going back up to this. And my targets was, again, I'm looking at bouncing off pivot and going back to my custom pivot here, which is an H1 level, and then also seeing if it can go to my SPE pivot, and then looking, are we going to make a new high, make a higher high? So that was that play for Monday. What I'm also doing, I'm actually recording all this stuff on a spreadsheet based on, first candle and looking at that first hour and a half in the morning. And also, this is something else that I'm doing that I'm not sharing, but that I do, and I'm trying to create a history of what's been happening. I've done that on the NASDAQ for the past more than 15 years worth of data, and it tells me things about the NASDAQ and why NASDAQ became one of my favorite things to trade. And I still trade the NASDAQ, but I'm trying to create some data for this now. Again, red candle, looking at this, market had been above opening, but not breaking my H1 level. It had already made a new high, and it was still, this is the pivot, and it was still somewhere below resistance 1, but it was trending down and all. So now I'm looking at it as it's trending down. I need to tell myself, don't trade, try to trade it up. It's going to give you a downward play. And then now I'm looking at my stochastic. My stochastic was already turning down. I had already got a red candle to the downside there. This thing had gave you an upward trend, and this one right here had also gave you an upward trend, but you can see these things are in the red. When they're in the red like that, you really don't want to take that upward trade. You got to look at taking that downward trade. Again, you wait, because the stochastic can hang out down here at the bottom for a while. Once you learn to start using this tool, you realize it can hang out at the bottom, it can hang out at the top. So you need to have, that's why you need to have something else to help you decide, okay, when do I want to take that trade to the downside? When do I want to take that trade to the upside? Now, once this thing started crossing back over, yeah, as you can see, I started getting some triggers to the upside. I got triggered to the upside, trigger to the upside. So this was my upward trade. I saw this market consolidating here between pivot and this my L1 level. So again, this was my nice trade to the upside that day. Next day, Wednesday was again, market was again consolidating between previous day low and what I call my L1 level. It was just going back and forth there most of the morning. And then at opening, again, I'm lining my thing up here. And what did it give me? It gave me that we had a weak stochastic trying to go to the upside. Also, we had got this red candle, this red arrow down, red arrow down, red arrow down. So the play on opening was a downward trade. Everything was good and good to the downside. My next best play to the upside wasn't until at this point I saw this bullish looking candle right here. And it turned green here, and my stochastic was going good. So I know I had a good short-term trade to the upside. So that's what I look for, is that short-term trade to the upside and it was a good trade to the upside. We ended up making these three tops. One of the guys, he knows about the three tops, and then we had another to play back to the downside. But all I had was that one trade to the upside that I ended up playing that day, and that was it. So next day, and it gave us a nice candle pattern here and confirmation of that candle pattern. Target was this target. I was looking to say, okay, can you break a previous day low and end up trying to go higher? Never did. Next day. This was an easy day. This is Thursday. I remember Thursday. This market was way down. To me, it's not way down, but it was down. And it was trading down their previous day low. And again, down their round opening. And I hope this noise is not going to be too much. I'm coming over. Try to wait until these guys pass. So I don't know how bad that's coming over, but let's take a quick look at it. All right, I hope they're gone. We're going to take a quick look at this. Again, if you look down, the stochastic had been up hanging out at the top. It pulled back a little bit and turned back around. But then we're looking at it just the same way I always look at it. And the stochastic was turning back around, was near the top. And this gave me a short play to the upside, play to the upside, play to the upside. So again, I'm in that thing playing it to the upside, and with my target being, since I'm already above opening, I'm near what I call my H1 level. My thing is, can you go to H2, and can you go to what I'm looking at, a resistance 1? Those are my targets, and it did play out. So that was Thursday. Friday, and I remember I was on the phone at that time talking about stuff. I kind of had just thrown something out there and was just watching it. And I'm trying to be real. I was being real relaxed and calm about it because everything looks cool. This day right here, again, market had been going. The market was really choppy on Friday morning, and I had a doctor's appointment. This doesn't look like Friday. This is Friday. The market was really choppy, and come Friday morning, and I was in and out of a trade real quick and stuff. The market was doing this. I was kind of expecting it to go up, and it came here just before opening and did this little pullback and bounced off. This is my L1 level right here, and it had been kind of fluctuating around this L1 level and gave me a nice play back up to and these are 2 minute candles, and gave me a nice play back up to opening, and I was done. So I did play this based on this little short thing here, but actually if you look at this, it did give me a red arrow to the downside. It gave me another red arrow to the downside, and gave me another red arrow to the downside. So why didn't I play that thing to the down? Again, if I would have got into this trade to the downside, my target is right here at 89. I'm right here at 90, so I'm not going to make any money to the downside. I would have to be looking for it to come down here, and it came down here a couple times and bounced off already. This is just like if you flip this chart around. This is those three heads that it makes, those three tops that it makes, and top, 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 then boom. You know, it can't break that top, and then it ends up dropping. So again, here's drop, drop, drop. It can't break that bottom, then it ends up popping. You know, so again, that helps me again seeing the market the way it does. And I'm willing to take that risk, looking at my reward, trying to play this thing to the downside. It's only 2 points. What I normally would want to get, and if I did play it to the downside and I saw it didn't do that, I would have to end up reversing this thing, playing it back to the upside, and seeing if it can go back to the opening. So that's the reason why I played this thing. And I'm a bullish trader anyway. I'm looking for me an upward play. And also I'm being a little patient about this trade and playing it back to the upside as soon as I can, even though a lot of my indicators, I know these indicators are at the top. They can hang out there at the top like it wants to go higher and do these little pullbacks and go higher like that. And that's what I ended up playing. So that's it. That's all I really want to share. This is Solomon from Right Side Trading, where you can learn to trade on the right side with confidence. Talk to you later. Bye.